Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tina and today we are planning the third week in April. Some of the supplies I have are Bic highlighters, some Papermate Flair pens, a few Staedtler pens, and some Tombow markers. So if you're interested in watching me plan for this week, just keep on watching. The very first thing I'm doing is just tracing some of the pencil marks that I pre-drew. That way it was a little bit easier to get through the plan with me. I just have some hills and some clouds and I am going to be outlining them, and I sort of have a border around the corners. The top corner on the left hand side of the page, and then on the right hand side it's the bottom corner and side that I have outlined, and I'm just using a random black pen. I do not know what brand this pen is. I have had it for a very long time and I'm sure any black pen would work for this. It doesn't smear at all. And then I'm just going to outline my next week box. Now I'm just going to doodle along the sides and the bottoms of each page. On this I am doing some little flowers. This illustration is sort of to play on the title cover page for April, and so I just have some flowers, some grass, and they're at the bottom of this hill, and I'm doing that on both sides of the page. So now I'm just going to go in with my brown pen from Staedtler. I don't really like all of the Staedtler pens that I have, but this one works really well when drawing branches and trees and things like that and plants. So I have that, and then I'm just taking my Tombow 245. It's just a green color, and I'm using that to color in the leaves, and then I'm just going to take that black pen again and go around the outside of each of those leaves. I did go ahead and color in the grass with a green big highlighter, and I'm just going to go ahead and color in the sky blue with a blue highlighter from Bic. And my coloring skills aren't the greatest, but I did try my hardest to make sure that it didn't look terrible. But like I said, for this, the borders, I'm only doing the bottom borders on the right hand side of the page and the top borders on the left hand side of the page. Now I'm just taking my scissors and I'm cutting the bottom of my Dutch doors off. The Dutch doors are my dailies, and by cutting off the bottoms I'm able to see my habit tracker and my goals for the week without having to flip between pages. And then I'm going to take some pink glitter washi tape that you see right there, and I'm just putting that as the headers of the top of the dailies. And for my dailies, I have a page for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Saturday and Sunday are combined, and then I have a menu section, which is also going to include my water tracker, and then I have a section for my book that I'm reading for the week. And I really had some issues with the washi tape right here. I couldn't get it straight. This one I probably should have just done a straight strip like I did the rest of them, but I didn't want to waste any washi tape, which is why I combined 3 different. And I did pre-measure these before I started filming just to make it easier for myself. This is also the washi tape that I used to set apart the borders, and I just sort of reused it for the tops right there. The next thing I did was write brain dump and NaPoWriMo, but my camera shut off, so I didn't get that on camera. But I'm going in right now and I'm just filling out my calendar for the month, and I debated whether or not I should put the first day of the month in, and I decided not to, so there is no day number 1 for April. April Fool's Day does not exist. That is my April Fool's joke, I suppose. But all the other days do. And then the next section I'm working on is my next week section, and I'm just alternating the days of the week for this box. And I'm just writing in blog and YouTube ideas for this section. It's sort of like a brain dump for my blog and my YouTube. I do try to letter the days of the week, but my lettering skills are not that great, and I haven't mastered the brush pen yet with the calligraphy, but that is certainly something I'm working on. Just setting aside my water tracker from my menu, that way it has a designated spot. I'm writing in my days. Then I'm going to move on to my habit tracker, and I have the same habits that I tracked last month, and I'm also designating a spot for my steps for each day. I have a goal this week of 5,000 steps, so we'll see what happens. another spot where my camera ended up dying while I was in the middle of drawing, and I didn't realize it. And the thing with my camera is it'll shut off after it stopped recording, so I'll miss certain bits, but I do draw in the icons for each of my habits. And if you'd like to see what those habits are in more detail, I will leave a link to my previous video up in the right hand corner of the video. And I'm just fixing that spot where I ripped up some of the page with washi tape and added another little accent. I've never done this before, but I do think it's cute, and I've seen other bullet journalers do the same kind of technique. And the last step is to erase all of my pencil marks, and this is a hassle, but I do think it is helpful because I am able to draw out my plan beforehand, and then when I'm filming it goes by a little bit faster. I'm also able to designate everything specifically, and I don't have to wonder what I had set a certain section aside for, if that makes sense. The last thing I did was just write in the header for my goals. And that is the end of my plan with me. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, that way you don't miss any future bullet journal videos that I come out with. I am going to try to continue to do each plan with me's for the week and then also for the month. And if you have any suggestions about themes or content that you'd like to see, please leave that down in the comments below. I hope that you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, you guys.